Welcome to JF Motorcycles, independent motorcycle reviews on YouTube, and today I have a good news for you. This is the new Honda Africa Twin. This is the first unit in the Czech Republic in the standard version, and I'll be the owner, and not literally the owner, but I'll be the guy who will have it for probably 1 year to be able to produce a in-depth test here for YouTube and for the internet. This is the standard version, the Africa Twin, not the Adventure Sports. It's 1100, it's lighter, about 226 kilos. It has it's a bigger engine, Euro 5 compliant, about 75 kilowatts and 105 Newton meters. Loads of technologies, the new display and ability to connect with the Apple and Android and all the traction controls and road modes. So this is almost the standard version with the short windshield. Only thing which you can find here, which is not standard and it's from original accessories of Honda, it's this rack and these extensions of protectors. But other than that, it's the stock version. Today it's 13th of November in the Czech Republic. It's about 3 degrees Celsius, so it will be quite chilly. So I'll have to warm up, take my clothes and go for a short ride, so you can join me. So here we have it, the Africa Twin. Let's go for a first ride. It's quite wet, quite slippery asphalt, 5 degrees Celsius, but feels like 1. Okay, so here we have it. It's very nice how the engine works, how it goes. It's probably not that rough as the previous Africa Twin, but from the exhaust it's more wild, more rough, and it's definitely like some old V-twin. It's very interesting sound from the stock exhaust, really, especially if this bike has just about like after the first service, so it'll be definitely better. It could be even better. So let's go for a first ride. I just did the tour riding mode, nothing really fancy. I put the traction control on the level 7, so the biggest protection or the biggest traction control activated, and we can go again. Nothing really super fast today and crazy because the asphalt is very slippery, but we can at least test some of the electronics of the bike and see how I feel on this quite a special first ride of the Africa Twin 1100. It's really tricky today on the corners, so I'll be very careful, but this is something amazing. Wow, the sound of the engine in the something like from 5,000 RPM or 4,500 RPM is something unbelievable for the travel enduro and for the stock exhaust. Really enjoy it. Okay, so this standard version of the Africa Twin doesn't have a quick shifter. However, you can buy it from the extra accessories. It's down and up, so auto blipper and quick shifter, and that must be fun. Let's look at how the engine works in a higher speeds, or higher gears. It doesn't have such a... I would expect a little bit stronger reaction from the down, low RPM. Once you put the second gear or third gear, it's a very strong reaction on the throttle. It's very sporty. Let's look at some of the electronics. Braking. So emergency braking, the blinkers, and you feel very safe on the brakes. Even though it's about like 2 degrees, you can see the snow around me, and you just feel that you are safe. You have all these amazing electronics like inertial unit and the cornering ABS, and these like 8 or 9 or 7 step traction control and everything. But if you go too fast in the corner, you will still have problems. If it's the ice or the snow in the corner or anything on the tarmac, you will have a problem. So it will not solve every of your problem, but it's a very advanced travel enduro right now for 2020. I feel kind of relaxed. I think that's kind of a relaxed seating position for mine. 193 centimeters. I feel comfortable seat as well. Way better than on the Tenere 700, of course. This bike is just produced and oriented way more for traveling than the Tenere 700 on long distances, even with a pillion. But the rear section of the bike is 40 millimeters more narrow than in the previous generation, which probably could affect the comfort for the pillion and for the rider, so we have to check it out later. But it's not bad at all. It's kind of a stiff on the broken asphalt, but here we have the full adjustability of the suspension front and rear, so this shouldn't be a problem at all. So let's test a bit of the highway. So I go now 140 kilometers per hour on the 4th gear, 6,000 RPM. Check 5th gear, about 5.5. In 6th gear, 4,200 RPM or something like that. We can test the cruise control. Now it's activated, about 142. Yeah, okay, not bad. Only problem is the wind protection right now, because I feel it that this windshield is oriented for off-road riders. It's a nice from design, but it doesn't work properly, of course, in 140. I have loads of it on the helmet, but to be fair, with my 193 centimeters, not very much motorcycles work properly. So let's see and test some variants in the future. This is from me from the highway. So I'm entering the city of Prague and I'm getting home, and I'll have a lot of fun in the future with the Africa Twin 1100. So if you want to be with me in this adventure, if you want to see all my in-depth reviews of some proper adventure to some maybe nice eastern country in Europe, and reviews of the accessories and everything in a long term after like 5,000 and 10,000 kilometers and everything going on with the Africa Twin, subscribe my channel and I'll be very happy to see you next time. Thank you very much for watching and goodbye.